Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Murray Bollier, and I'm excited and proud to share with you this exciting system, how to program your prospects to buy from you by leveraging the national media. I know you're busy, so I want to get right into this. Let me ask you a question. How do you get clients to buy from you? How do you separate yourself from all the competition that's out there? Your constant challenge is how to get prospects to choose you versus your competition. So here's the magic formula from Bob Berg, best-selling author, motivational speaker, all-around good guy. Highly recommend him. If you are familiar with him, you should check him out. Bob says, all things being equal, people will do business and refer business to those people they know, like, and trust. That's the key. Know, like, and trust. Probably heard that before. So how do you get prospects to know, like, and trust you? As you know, I don't have to tell you this, but the average business, offline, faces very stiff competition. For example, if you're a writer, how do you get your work noticed over the thousands of authors in the crowded market on Amazon, in Kindles? There's a whole world of books coming out on Kindle. How do you compete against bookstores? How do you compete against authors that are already on bestseller lists? Let's say you're a consultant or a business coach. Why would anyone want to select you over anyone else in your area? If your market was online, how do you get prospects online to know, like, and trust you? Let's say you're an internet marketer. How do you get your message heard above the thousands of gurus and marketers who are already online? Why would anyone listen to you? Let's say in the local world, you're a lawyer. I know when Yellow Pages were still in vogue, which they're obsolete now, but there used to be 30, 40, 50 pages of lawyers just in our town. So how do you get selected over the dozens or hundreds of lawyers in your local market? What makes you stand out? If you own a local store, how do you compete against these huge big box retailers like Walmart, Target? If you're a local service company, let's say you're a dentist, a doctor, chiropractor, lawn service, aren't you competing against dozens of other companies already in your local area? No matter what business you're in, how do you get prospects to know, like, and trust you when the market is already crowded with competition they may already know? And adding to the challenge, there's more businesses marketing their products and services than there are potential customers out there. So how do you rise above all the noise? Let's face it, everyone wants to do business with experts in their field, don't you? Don't you want to work with the best? I want to introduce you to a way to level the playing field with your competition. In fact, we're going to blow the competition out of the water. I'm going to show you a shortcut to success. I'm going to show you how to get your name and business recognized in the major media. I'm going to give you a shortcut on how to get cited by CBS, ABC, NBC, and Fox. And by getting cited in these media networks will make you a media authority. You will then be able to leverage that authority, that association with these major networks in all of your marketing efforts. How will that affect your credibility? Will that increase the chances of a prospect to know, like, and trust you? How will you how would you like to have prospects chasing you instead of you chasing them? No more convincing them that they should choose you, because now they know with certainty that you can help them. And how do they know that? Because major media told them you are an authority that can be trusted. Major media. You are now an instant authority in your niche, whatever that niche is. Isn't that awesome? So when you become a media authority, when you are associated with major media, it gives you instant credibility. It gives you automatic trust in you and your brand. It'll have more prospects approaching you for your business instead of the reverse. It'll give you the ability to work with people that you choose to work with and not settling with deadbeats. It'll give you new opportunities for joint ventures, book deals, speaking gigs. It'll open the curtain to a whole world of business out there that are interested in you that you never knew existed. And most importantly, media authority will give you more media exposure. So here's how this works. We guarantee your placement in press releases as a top recommended professional with a business citation in the 4 major networks: CBS, ABC, NBC, and Fox. Your press release will look like this with a link to your website. This is an ABC media website. The other 3 look very similar, and your quote will be here, posted here online. And when you act now, as a bonus, we will add the media logos to your profile picture, doing all the Photoshop work for you. This will be a complete done-for-you program. So here's my profile picture with the logos. Now let's face it, you may not have known who I was before this presentation, but at least with the logos associated with my picture, at least gave you an interest to see maybe there's something to this. You have to admit that, right? So the real value of the media citation will be the ability to leverage the authority of the media in all your marketing efforts. This is the cool thing here. You'll be quoted as an expert using the media logos stating "as seen on." This is something your competition does not have. So let me ask you, how many competitors have been cited? How many of your competitors have been cited in the national media? Probably none. Now that you have been, you'll be perceived as a trusted authority. Do you think more prospects will want to work with you now that you are a media authority, now that you're associated with the national media? Are you starting to see what media authority can do for you? So here's just a few ideas of how you can use this media authority in your marketing. This is the secret sauce. You really need to leverage this relationships, and you can do so on LinkedIn and Facebook profiles, kind of like I showed you with my picture. You can use it on your website. You can use it on your storefront, on business cards, any publications you have like newsletters, brochures, advertisements, articles. Really, the sky's the limit. You can use this stuff anywhere, and how creative you are with it will increase the better results that you get. Now, if you know anything about marketing, if you've done any marketing, if you study marketing, you're familiar with Robert Cialdini, who wrote the very famous marketing breakthrough book, Influence, the Psychology of Persuasion. And if you haven't read it, you need to check it out ASAP. I've read it twice, and I'm going to read it again. It gives you the science. It breaks down the science and psychology of why people make decisions and how they're influenced. And he offers this scientific explanation of why leveraging media authority actually works on your prospects. This is going to get kind of heavy, but if you read it slow, it'll make sense to you. So Robert says that you and I exist in an extraordinary complicated environment, the most rapidly moving and complex that has ever existed. To deal with it, we need shortcuts. We must very often use stereotypes and rules of thumb to classify things according to a few key features, and then to respond without thinking when one of these trigger features is present. As the stimuli saturating our lives continue to grow, more intricate and variable, we will have to depend on our shortcuts to handle them all. Now that sounds fairly complicated. The italics there is my italics, but these shortcuts will trigger us to respond whenever those trigger features are present. Very powerful stuff. What does that mean? It means that being a media authority in the form of these well-known logos associated with your picture provide instant credibility with your prospects, such that they don't have to think twice. Once they see these media logos, instincts will take over and prospects will come searching for you. You've heard the expression, you don't have much time to make a first impression. Well, this will certainly help that first impression. They'll want to do business with you because they'll be programmed to choose you. The process of selecting you will be almost automatic. The association with national media will trigger a natural response to choose what you are offering. They can't help it. That's pretty cool. Now, you really don't need a scientific explanation of this because you know it works. I'll bet this phenomenon has affected you before at least once, if not more. I know that I've been affected by these type of triggers. The authority will be influencing people's buying decisions both online and offline. If they want to do business with you and they want to Google you to find some more background information, they're going to see the media authority that you have. The transferred influence of these billion-dollar national media brands will skyrocket your authority head and shoulders above your competition. Very powerful. Everyone's familiar with bestseller lists, particularly if you're a writer, even if you're not a writer. New York Times bestseller list is the most well-known, but there are many others. Here's a real-life example of why media authority is important, and this occurs all the time. In the hyper-competitive world of selling books, some aspiring authors spend hundreds of thousands of dollars in book purchases of their own books, and a lot of money to consulting companies in order they achieve the coveted bestseller list designation. So why would anyone spend that much money just to get their name on a list? Because once they become a best-selling author, they obtain instant credibility. Even if they were on the best-selling list just for a week, it's still worth it. And because they can use the expression best-selling author in their marketing for the rest of their lives. Think about the credibility that being a best-selling author, even if it's just a week, is going to give these guys. Think how powerful that is. So, first of all, I want to assure you there's no need for panic. We're not going to suggest you need tens of thousands of dollars to get cited in the national media. On the other hand, I've just shown the lengths that some authors will go to get media authority on bestseller lists. So here's what we do. For a reasonable one-time payment, we guarantee placement as a top business professional in all 4 of the world's largest and most well-known media networks: CBS, ABC, NBC, and Fox. And your image photoshopped with all 4 logos, all guaranteed in 15 business days. Just click the button below this video to order now, and you can begin to reap the benefits of being an authority in your niche, whatever your niche is. And finally, you'll have customers coming to you. So I just want to make a few things clear. Number one, this is a conversion strategy, meaning this strategy will get the prospects you already have, right? Not clients, but prospects you already have that have found you to beg to work with you. This is not a traffic strategy, just so we don't mislead you. There's traffic first, and then there's conversions. So this is going to get, this will not get you more prospects. This is going to get more prospects that have already found you to choose you. Hope that makes sense. Also want to point out, a full income disclosure, we can't guarantee or make any income claims related to this. We cannot guarantee this is going to make you any money whatsoever. You still have to do the work. You still have to apply the secret sauce we're giving you here to your marketing efforts to make it happen. But just in case you need some proof that it works, here's some results from clients that we've heard from here. Now, this is Rebecca N., who is an author, and this blows me away. Within 8 days of adding media logos to my picture, my book sales doubled. If I were you, I'd stop this video right now, scroll to the bottom, and click the Buy Now button. I mean, unbelievable, right? All right, here's Lydia, who is a local business media consultant. And Lydia writes, I have noticed a marked increase in the number of connections I have. I also have more people wanting to stay in contact. I'm getting higher conversions for the local business marketing solutions and services that I provide. Way to go, Lydia. Now, this is an extremely powerful program for local businesses because you can really stand out in the local market against all the people you're competing against, and Lydia is seeing some great results with that. Here's an awesome result from Brenny, who is also a writer. Check this out. Shortly after uploading my profile with major media logos, I had a meeting with a publishing company. I'm writing a chapter in a book that will reach over 100 countries and have over 30,000 distributors, including Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Instagram. Now, do you think that's going to help Brenny get instant credibility? And do you think that's going to open a lot of doors for her going forward in the future? Do you think she's going to really be able to leverage that result into a lot more business? What do you think? That's a kind of a no-brainer. Nice job, Brenny. Here is a veteran marketer of over 20 years, Holly C., who writes, I've been marketing online and offline for over 20 years. I've spent over $10,000 on publicity and never got a citation on any news site. So Holly knows the importance of these citations. This program is a bargain at $5,000. Way to go, Holly. And here's from Greg W., who is a LinkedIn guru. And he's also now, because of these media logos, he's also a best-selling author and speaker. So this is how I got featured on CNN, Wall Street Journal, TV, radio, magazines, become a speaker at Tony Robbins and other conferences, and get a best-selling book deal with Jack Canfield, author of Chicken Soup for the Soul. Unbelievable. So Greg was one of the first clients of this program, and he is an example of how he got cited on a few media networks, and then that kind of steamrolled, and Tony Robbins found him, and then Jack Canfield found him because he kept showing up with these media authority citations, and it just has an unbelievable, unstoppable momentum for him, and Greg is doing very well. Thanks, Greg, for sending that in. So here's some common questions we get. Are these citations real? Yes, the citations are 100% real and completely legitimate. We'll provide you with links to the actual citations on the media websites. I showed you an example one earlier. Just to be clear, we really don't, these citations are real and legitimate, but you don't really market with the citation itself. You market with the logos. The logos, strategically placed in all your marketing materials. That's what gets the leverage for you, is the logos, because people know the logos. And you can use the logos because they are legitimate, because you really were cited. Hope that makes sense. So the links are provided, but they don't give you any SEO value. There's no backlinking strength from that. It's just the logos that give you the leverage. Now, these are American media networks. My prospects don't live in the United States. Will this strategy work for me? Yes, these are the largest, most recognized networks in the world. They will still provide the media authority to prevail you ahead of your competition. We have a lot of clients who have great results outside the U.S. I have We have some clients in Australia who are doing remarkably well, and now they're getting their own TV show as a result of this. And there are some folks in the UK who are doing very well as well. And finally, this is a good question. What about oversaturation? What if everybody does this? That's a very good question. You wouldn't want to have everybody and their brother doing this. But number one, not everyone knows about this. And more importantly, number two, most people don't take action. The studies show that very few people take action. And not everyone's taking action like you are taking action right now. You're going to go below this video and click the Buy Now button. And you can start reaping the benefits of media authority right now. Now, in case I didn't make this clear earlier, let me make sure you understand these two important facts. Number one, once you get quoted in the media, you will attract more media attention. Why? Because the media will see no risk in approaching you now. Media loves media, just like in Greg's case. The media will now likely choose you for future interviews, articles, and quotes because they've seen that other people have already done that. Your authority will feed on itself and will skyrocket. And number two, this is even more critical in my opinion, once you get quoted in the media, that authority is valid for the rest of your life. That's why the best-selling authors want to get on that's why authors want to get on the best-selling author list. Now think about that for a minute. The rest of your life, you'll be quoted as an authority in the media. What would that be worth for you? Media authority will separate you from your competition every day, every week, every month, all year long for the rest of your life. Wow. Can you imagine how that would improve the quality of your life? To recap, we guarantee placement as a top business professional in all four of the world's largest and most well-known media networks. Your image is photoshopped with all four logos, and all of this is guaranteed in 15 business days. By now, you've seen the concept. By now, you've seen the science. By now, you've seen the facts. By now, you've seen proof that it works. All you need to do right now to get instant credibility and to get a massive edge over your competition is to click the Buy Now button below this video. You know, I often get asked, who needs this authority the most? What kind of business would benefit? Any and every business will benefit, whether you're a restaurant owner, a realtor, an author, a speaker, a coach, a small business, local small business owner, really any entrepreneur with a vision. The sky is the limit. This will benefit anybody. Some well-known personalities I'd like to get some quotes here from some famous personalities who weigh in on the importance of authority. If you do any internet marketing, everyone knows Frank Kern, the multi-million-dollar earning internet marketing guru. This is a tremendously powerful quote. Make sure you digest this. Positioning yourself as the authority is the single most important thing you can do to increase your perceived value to the market. And what's implied but not spoken is your compensation is based on your perceived value. So what he's really saying is positioning yourself as an authority will get you paid more, right? Awesome quote from Frank Kern. Now everyone's heard of Zig Ziglar, who is a tremendously awesome internationally known author, salesman, motivational speaker, and a guy that I read his books and listen to his audios all the time. Now, Zig has a great way of taking complex subjects and distilling it down into simple, actionable, common sense phrases. This is a great one from Zig. I want you to listen up here. If people like you, they will listen to you. But if people trust you, they will do business with you. And how do you get trust? How are we showing you how to get trust real fast? Media authority. Now, just in case you thought this was a fly-by-night, flash in the pan, media, this is all new, this is just temporary, this won't last. Well, look, I'm going to go back 2,500 years to Plato, the classical Greek philosopher, teacher, mathematician, and writer, founder of Western philosophy, which has impacted everything that we think about today in today's world. This guy has had an impact in one way or another. 2,500 years ago, Plato said, "The wisest have the most authority." That's before they had media. Thank you, Plato. I couldn't have said it better myself. So in closing, I want you to think about this. What is this costing you right now? What is it costing you to have some of the people who are looking at you but choose not to do business with you right now? It pisses me off when I do all the work, explain something to somebody and provide an awesome solution to their problem, and they go buy it from somebody else. Does that bother you too? What is that costing you right now when that happens? If just one or two of these people who are looking at you right now choose to do business with you right now because of the media authority you now have at this month, how much would that add to your bottom line right now? Just one or two, and not just 1 month. How much would that add to your bottom line every month for the rest of your life? Think about how this could not only improve your sales, but more importantly, your quality of life. So act now. Click the button below and you will get guaranteed placement to all 4 of these major media networks with real major media citations. It's only going to take about 5 minutes to get what we need, and we can get started. We're going to do all the work. We're going to get the citations for you, and we're going to do the Photoshop for you. This is a complete done-for-you system. We'll have everything done for you in 15 business days, guaranteed. In 15 business days, you will be a cited authority in your area of expertise, whatever it is: dog catching, bug control, author, lawyer, dentist, chiropractor. You'll be able to use all 4 of these major media logos in all of your personal marketing. On a personal note, I've sold a lot of different products and services in my experience. I've always focused on providing the maximum value to customers because really I want to improve their lives. That's really what we're trying to do here. But until I discovered this system, I never had the opportunity to offer such a complete product that was so well suited to so many different clients in so many different markets. It was so simple to implement. This is the no-brainer of no-brainers. Had such immediate benefits, not later, not months from now or years from now, but in 15 days, and had such long-term, lifelong value until now, until this opportunity to make you a media authority. So click the button below right now, and you'll be glad you did. This is Murray Beaulieu. I want to thank you for watching. I hope this was of some value to you, and I'll be seeing you in the national media soon.